The life and times of the Prophet Muhammad. The life of Prophet Muhammad, whose influence has shaped the course of history and the lives of billions, is a story of profound significance. Born into a tumultuous time in the Arabian Peninsula, Muhammad's journey from a humble orphan to the revered founder of Islam is a tale of spiritual enlightenment, resilience, and the quest for justice and truth. Muhammad ibn Abdullah was born in 570 CE in Mecca, a bustling trading city in the heart of the Arabian Peninsula. His birth took place in the Year of the Elephant, a significant year in Arab history marked by the failed invasion of Mecca by the Ethiopian king Abraham, who had marched upon the city with a large army that included war elephants. This event was seen by the Arabs as a sign of divine protection over the city and its Kaaba. Muhammad's father, Abdullah, passed away before he was born, leaving his mother, Amina, to raise him. Tragically, Amina died when Muhammad was only 6 years old. Orphaned at such a tender age, Muhammad was taken in by his grandfather, Abdul Muttalib, the chief of the Hashim clan, a respected sub-clan of the powerful Quraysh tribe. Abdul Muttalib's guardianship was brief, as he too passed away when Muhammad was 8 years old. Thereafter, Muhammad was cared for by his uncle, Abu Talib, who became a father figure to him and provided him with protection and support. Despite these early hardships, Muhammad grew up to be a man of remarkable character. His experiences as an orphan instilled in him a deep empathy for the poor and the marginalized. As he matured, he earned a reputation for his honesty, integrity, and trustworthiness, gaining the nickname Al-Amin, meaning the trustworthy. This reputation was critical in establishing his credibility when he later began to preach the message of Islam. At the age of 25, Muhammad entered the service of Khadijah bint Khuwaylid, a wealthy widow who was a successful merchant. Khadijah, impressed by Muhammad's character and business acumen, proposed marriage, which Muhammad accepted. Their marriage was a pivotal moment in Muhammad's life, marking the beginning of a partnership based on mutual respect, love, and support. Khadijah bore Muhammad several children, including 2 sons who died in infancy and 4 daughters, among whom Fatima would later become a central figure in Islamic history. Khadijah's unwavering support and belief in Muhammad's mission were instrumental during the early, challenging years of his prophetic career. She was the first to believe in his message, providing him with emotional and financial support that enabled him to focus on his spiritual quest. Muhammad had always been inclined towards spiritual reflection and would often retreat to the cave of Hijra on Mount Jabal al-Nur, near Mecca, to meditate and contemplate the mysteries of life. It was during one of these retreats, in the year 610 CE, that he experienced a profound event that would change the course of his life and human history. The angel Gabriel appeared to him and commanded him to recite. Muhammad, who was illiterate, responded that he could not recite. Gabriel then revealed the first verses of what would become the Quran. Recite in the name of your Lord, who created man from a clinging substance. Recite, and your Lord is the most generous who taught by the pen taught man that which he knew not. This event marked the beginning of Muhammad's prophethood. Initially shaken and unsure of what had happened, he confided in Khadijah, who reassured him of his sanity and divine mission. Khadijah's cousin, Waraka ibn Nawfal, a Christian monk, also confirmed the divine nature of Muhammad's experience, likening it to the revelations received by prophets of old. For the next few years, Muhammad continued to receive revelations that gradually outlined the tenets of Islam. He began to preach the message of monotheism, calling people to worship Allah alone and to abandon the idol worship that was prevalent in Mecca. He also emphasized social justice, the importance of charity, and the need to care for the poor and marginalized. Initially, Muhammad's message was met with hostility, especially from the Quraysh leaders who saw it as a threat to their power and the economic benefits derived from the pilgrimage to the Kaaba, which housed numerous idols. Despite the opposition, a small group of followers, including his close friends and family, embraced Islam. This group, known as the Sahaba, would later become the foundation of the Muslim community. As the number of converts grew, so did the persecution. The Quraysh subjected the early Muslims to severe hardships, including social boycotts, physical torture, and economic sanctions. The Muslims faced immense trials, yet their faith remained unshaken. Among the notable early converts were Abu Bakr, Uthman ibn Affan, and Ali ibn Abi Talib, who played crucial roles in the spread and consolidation of Islam. One of the darkest periods was the Year of Sorrow, which saw the deaths of Muhammad's beloved wife Khadijah and his protective uncle Abu Talib. Their losses left Muhammad vulnerable to increased persecution. Despite these personal and communal struggles, Muhammad's resolve did not waver. The turning point came in 622 CE, when the situation in Mecca became untenable. Muhammad and his followers faced increasing danger, prompting them to seek refuge in Yathrib, a city later renamed Medina. This migration, known as the Hijra, marked a new chapter in Islamic history and the beginning of the Islamic calendar. In Medina, Muhammad was not only a spiritual leader, but also a political and social reformer. He established a constitution, known as the Constitution of Medina, which laid out the framework for a pluralistic society, ensuring the rights and duties of all citizens, regardless of their faith. This document is considered one of the earliest examples of constitutional governance. In Medina, the Muslim community, or Ummah, began to thrive. Muhammad's leadership and the principles of justice, equality, and social welfare he advocated attracted more converts. The community's cohesion was further strengthened by the institution of prayers, fasting during the month of Ramadan, and the obligatory almsgiving. However, the conflict with the Quraysh continued, leading to several significant battles. The Battle of Badr in 624 CE was a decisive victory for the Muslims, bolstering their confidence and establishing Muhammad's leadership. The subsequent Battle of Uhud in 625 CE was a setback, with many Muslims killed, including Muhammad himself suffering injuries. The Battle of the Trench in 627 CE demonstrated Muhammad's strategic acumen, as the Muslims successfully defended Medina against a much larger Meccan force by digging a trench around the city. In 630 CE, after years of conflict, Muhammad and his followers marched on Mecca. Anticipating a bloodbath, the Quraysh surrendered without significant resistance. Muhammad's first act was to enter the Kaaba and destroy the idols, purify it for the worship of Allah alone. His act of mercy and forgiveness towards the people of Mecca, including those who had persecuted him, won many hearts and led to the widespread acceptance of Islam. In the final years of his life, Muhammad continued to consolidate the Muslim community and spread the message of Islam. He sent emissaries to neighboring rulers, inviting them to embrace Islam. His vision of a unified Ummah began to materialize as tribes across the Arabian Peninsula pledged their allegiance. In 632 CE, during his last pilgrimage to Mecca, Muhammad delivered his farewell sermon at Mount Arafat. In this profound speech, he emphasized the principles of equality, justice, and human rights. He declared that all humans are equal, irrespective of their race or ethnicity, and that the life and property of every individual are sacred. Shortly after returning to Medina, Muhammad fell ill. On June 8, 632 CE, he passed away, leaving behind a legacy that would transform the world. The impact of Muhammad's life and message is immeasurable. Islam rapidly spread beyond the Arabian Peninsula, influencing cultures, societies, and civilizations across the world. His teachings on monotheism, social justice, and the importance of knowledge and compassion laid the foundations for a vast and diverse Islamic civilization that contributed significantly to fields such as science, medicine, philosophy, and art. Muhammad's life continues to inspire millions, serving as a model of integrity, leadership, and compassion. His emphasis on justice, equality, and the dignity of every human being resonates with people of all faiths and backgrounds. After the conquest of Mecca, Muhammad focused on consolidating and expanding the Islamic State. He sent letters to various rulers, including the Byzantine Emperor Heraclius, the Persian Emperor Khosrow II, and the rulers of Egypt, Abyssinia, and other regions, inviting them to accept Islam. These letters marked the beginning of Islam's outreach beyond the Arabian Peninsula and demonstrated Muhammad's vision of a global Islamic community. Muhammad's diplomatic efforts and military campaigns resulted in the rapid expansion of the Islamic State. Various tribes across the Arabian Peninsula embraced Islam, either through peaceful conversions or after witnessing the strength and unity of the Muslim community. This period saw the unification of the Arabian tribes under the banner of Islam, laying the groundwork for the future Islamic Caliphate. Muhammad's leadership was not limited to religious and military matters. He also implemented significant social reforms and legal principles that transformed Arabian society. He advocated for the rights of women, children, and slaves, emphasizing the importance of justice and compassion in all aspects of life. One of the key legal principles established by Muhammad was the concept of shura, which encouraged collective decision-making and governance based on mutual consultation. This principle became a cornerstone of Islamic political theory and governance. Muhammad also introduced reforms in marriage, inheritance, and family law, ensuring that women had rights and protections that were unprecedented in Arabian society. He emphasized the importance of education and knowledge, encouraging his followers to seek knowledge from all sources, regardless of their origin. Muhammad's personal character and attributes played a crucial role in his success as a leader and a prophet. He was known for his humility, kindness, and compassion. Despite his status as a prophet and leader, he lived a simple life, often sharing in the hardships and struggles of his followers. His compassion extended to all living beings, including animals. Numerous stories recount his kindness towards animals and his emphasis on treating them with care and respect. This compassion was a reflection of his broader message of mercy and justice. Muhammad's leadership style was characterized by his ability to inspire and motivate his followers. He led by example, demonstrating the principles of Islam through his actions and behavior. His humility, patience, and wisdom earned him the respect and admiration of his companions and followers. The Quran, revealed to Muhammad over 23 years, is the central religious text of Islam. It is considered the literal word of Allah, conveyed to Muhammad through the angel Gabriel. The Quran addresses various aspects of life, including theology, morality, law, and guidance for personal conduct. The Quran's profound impact on Islamic civilization cannot be overstated. It has been a source of inspiration, guidance, and wisdom for Muslims throughout history. The text is recited and memorized by millions of Muslims worldwide, and its teachings continue to shape the beliefs and practices of the Muslim community. In addition to the Quran, the Hadith collections of sayings and actions of Muhammad are a crucial source of guidance for Muslims. The Hadith provide insights into Muhammad's life, his teachings, and his interpretation of the Quran. They cover a wide range of topics, including theology, ethics, law, and daily life. The compilation and preservation of the Hadith were undertaken by Muhammad's companions and later scholars. The most renowned collections include those by Sahih Bukhari and Sahih Muslim. The Hadith play a vital role in shaping Islamic jurisprudence, fiqh, and providing practical guidance for Muslims in their daily lives. Following Muhammad's death, the rapid spread of Islam continued under the leadership of the Rashidun Caliphs, who were close companions of Muhammad. The Islamic Empire expanded across the Middle East, North Africa, and into parts of Europe and Asia. This expansion was characterized by a combination of military conquests, trade, and missionary activities. The spread of Islam brought significant cultural, scientific, and intellectual advancements. Islamic civilization made remarkable contributions to various fields, including mathematics, astronomy, medicine, philosophy, and architecture. The translation and preservation of ancient Greek, Roman, and Persian texts by Muslim scholars played a crucial role in the transmission of knowledge to medieval Europe, ultimately contributing to the Renaissance. The influence of Muhammad on future generations is profound and enduring. His teachings and example continue to inspire and guide Muslims in their spiritual, social, and personal lives. The principles of justice, compassion, and equality that he advocated remain central to Islamic thought and practice. Muhammad's emphasis on education and knowledge has left a lasting legacy in the Islamic world. The establishment of institutions of learning, libraries, and centers of scholarship during the Islamic Golden Age contributed to the preservation and advancement of human knowledge. In the contemporary context, Muhammad's life and teachings remain relevant and influential. Muslims around the world look to his example for guidance in addressing modern challenges, including issues of social justice, human rights, and interfaith relations. His emphasis on the dignity and equality of all human beings continues to resonate in discussions on global peace and harmony. Muhammad's message of monotheism, ethical conduct, and social responsibility is universal and transcends cultural and geographical boundaries. His life serves as a model for individuals seeking to live a life of integrity, compassion, and purpose. The life of Prophet Muhammad is a testament to the transformative power of faith and the potential of an individual to change the world. From the humble beginnings of an orphan in Mecca to the revered prophet of one of the world's largest religions, Muhammad's journey is a profound narrative of perseverance, leadership, and unwavering dedication to a divine mission. His legacy endures, shaping the lives of billions and guiding the course of history. Muhammad's teachings on monotheism, social justice, and the importance of knowledge and compassion continue to inspire and guide Muslims and non-Muslims alike. His life story is a beacon of hope, demonstrating the impact of one person's commitment to truth and justice. As we reflect on his life and legacy, we are reminded of the enduring power of faith, resilience, and the pursuit of a higher purpose. Thanks for watching.